Hello, Namaste everyone. This is As Muhammad Khan and I welcome you with a very important topic that was discovered by George Simon Ohm. And what is it? It is the resistance, student. Yes, resistance. Resistance means the obstructions to an action. That obstructions towards the particular action is known as resistance, and that resistance is also found in electrical devices in which this resistance obstructions to the electric current means it is the physical quantity that obstruct the electric current, and due to which it provides the heating effect of electric current. According to the physics, the electric potential per unit electric current is equal to the resistance, and it is a scalar quantity. It is a scalar quantity. Means resistance does not have the sense of direction. It has only magnitude. And if we speak about its SI unit, then its SI unit is ohm, because this physical quantity was discovered by George Simon Ohm. So on his name we give its unit, SI unit, and this SI unit is symbolized by one symbol, that is omega. Omega is the symbol, this symbol omega is the symbol of ohm. And if we speak about the pictorial representation of the resistance, then this type of irregularities we have in the diagram. So it is the resistance that have the fixed value. If the resistance does not have the fixed value at that time, that resistance is known as variable. So it is the diagram of variable resistance. So there are two types: fixed resistance, variable resistance. Variable resistance is the resistance in which the resistance is changed time to time according to the different factors. Now we come on the conductors. There are the two type of conductors. I have taught you that two type conductor, like the superconductor. Superconductors does not have resistance. Their resistance is zero. And there are the general metallic conductor that are found in the wires, like the copper and aluminium. They have moderate resistance, or their resistance is very low. So semiconductor or the conductors have the moderate or the low resistance they have. And with this they have the insulator are also found. Insulator have the high resistance, and the conductors that shows the heating effect of electric current, they have very high resistance, and due to having the high resistance they show the heating effect of electric current. Now there are some other factors on which the resistance depend. So about those factors we will discuss one by one. Students, the factors that affect the resistance are: first factor is electric potential. Like with the help of the Ohm's law, the formula that we get is R is equal to V upon I. So with the help of this formula, we can know that the resistance is directly proportional to the electric potential. It means if we increase the electric potential, then the resistance will be also increased. Like this, if we will decrease the electric potential, then the resistance will be decreased. So it is the first factor on which the resistance depends. Second factor is resistance is inversely proportional to electric current. It is inversely proportional. What does it mean? Means if we decrease the electric current, then the resistance will be increased. And this simple, I want to give one simple example of this. Like if we take a bulb, this type of bulb we will take. And we attach with the electric circuit. Now the bulb will glow. If we supply very less current to this bulb, then the filament that the bulb have, that filament will have the high resistance if we supply the low current. And due to that high resistance, that filament show the more heating effect, and due to that heating effect, that filament will be fused, and that bulb will put out, will not glow. So it is due to the electric current on which the resistance depends. Means if we increase the resistance, then the electric current will be less. Or if we decrease the electric current, then the resistance will be increased. So resistance depends on the electric current, and it is inversely proportional. Means if we increase the electric current, then the resistance will be decreased, or if we decrease the electric current, then the resistance will be increased, just opposite. Now we come on the next factor, that is the nature of the conductor. And in this we can take one example of the wire. The wire also plays very important role. In this, what it has the length, and it also have the area of cross section. This is area. So on the length of the wire and the area of the wire, resistance also depends. Like if we speak about the length of the wire, then the resistance is directly proportional to the length. Means if we will increase the length, then the resistance will be increased. And it is inversely proportional to the area of cross section. Means if the wire is thick, then the resistance will be less. Or if the wire is thin, then the resistance will be more. And with the help of these two equations, what we get the connection of the length and area. According to that, length upon area is proportional to the resistance. When we remove this, then one formula we get, that is rho L upon A. Now what is rho here? Rho means the resistivity. It is the symbol of the resistivity, rho. And it is another formula of the resistance. Means resistance is equal to rho L upon A. Now what is this rho? Rho means the resistivity. It is the characteristic of the wire or the conductor from which it resists the electric current. Now nature of material of conductor means there are the different types of conductors. I have taught you that there are the different, like the semiconductor, superconductor or conductor. So there are some conductors that have the high resistance, especially if we speak about the filament of the bulb. This filament of the bulb is made up of one metal that is known as tungsten. If we speak about the wire of the toaster or heaters or iron, then it is made up of alloys. Generally, it is made up of nickel and chromium. So what they have? They have the high resistance. So the resistance also depends on the nature of the material of the conductor from which they are made up of. So generally alloys have the high resistance. That's why they are used in heating devices. In heating devices like toaster, iron, they are used. Now next important factor on which the resistance depends is temperature. What does it mean? It means the resistance is directly proportional to the temperature. Means if we increase the temperature, then the resistance will be also increased. If we decrease the temperature, then the resistance will be decreased. So it is directly proportional. Resistance is directly proportional to the temperature. So it is about the resistance and the factors on which it depends. So student, now you will read it in your book and try to clear this concept. So thank you very much and have a nice day.